that's what's up. What I can tell you is a little bit about my story when I first got started, and just some tips that I would give to someone that just getting started, maybe someone that's been in for a while, you haven't seen results yet. And I can tell you that my first 6 months, the difference between my second 6 months, my third second 6 months from my first 6 months, guys, at the very beginning, I was afraid. Okay, I had so many fears. I was insecure about myself. I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't working out. I wasn't eating healthy. I wasn't doing any of those things. I was really just playing video games and just taking naps all day. Like, to be honest with you guys, I was in a very low place. But what they say is like sometimes you gotta be in the cocoon before you can become the butterfly. And that's the stage of my life that I was in when I got started in Forex. So really, it couldn't have came at a better time. But at the end of the day, my first 6 months, I was very shy. So even reaching out to the people that I knew were there to help me, Gustavo can even tell you, like, I had his number since probably 30 days in, and I didn't really hit him up until probably 6, 7 months in, once I actually met him in Miami, because, one thing first things first, man, I was just shy. I was afraid to speak up, and I didn't think I needed help. Like, I figured, like, I'll figure it out by myself. I didn't really know what I was getting into. But for a beginner, guys, first things first, you got to believe much bigger, much sooner. And that's what Rose was saying. Like, you have to think bigger. Like, you literally have to think bigger. What you're currently at in life is a combination of what you thought yesterday, the day before, the day and the week before. So, to really think bigger, like, one thing that really helped me was I changed my environment. I literally changed my environment completely. A year in, or about 10 months in, I was living in my parents' house. I was working a part-time job. I was a pizza delivery driver, literally part-time job pizza delivery driver. Very comfortable. I didn't have a lot of bills, didn't have really any bills other than paying my gas. So it's like I could have sat home, my mom and dad, stayed there for the next year, just saved up money and been real comfortable. But what was happening? I was on these mentorship calls. I was on these calls with Gustavo. I was on the calls with Ray, Emery, and all these people that were telling me, I was listening to them. Although I may not have reached out directly to them at the very beginning, I was always taking notes. I was always the person that was taking notes. I was studying on the sidelines. I was listening to personal development. And what I kept hearing over and over and over was the fact that, like, you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Like, you literally have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. One of the books that I read in my first 6, 7 months of trading was just a book called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. So if you're one of those people that your fears are holding you back right now, like, I definitely recommend that book. It's a really short book, and it's really simple to the point, guys. Like, it doesn't matter what level of success that you get to, you're still going to have some type of fears, because realize like this, man, your comfort zone is right here at this moment. But once you take that first step forward, now you become accustomed to that. Now that's your new comfort zone. So you got to realize that although it's uncomfortable right now, whatever it is, maybe it's picking up the phone and talking to someone. Maybe it's funding your live account. For a lot of people, you're a consistent trader, but you're afraid to drop a bigger lot size. And a lot of people, what to say, what you got to do, but you're afraid to pick up the phone. And, I was in that same position. I was in the same exact position. But what I had to realize was, like, listen, fear does not even exist. It's an idea that we created in our own mind. So remove that to say, what, this fear is never going to go away. The only way to get rid of fear is to take action. You got to take action right here and right now. Like, you got to take action as soon as possible. The more you hesitate, the least likely it's going to be that you're actually going to do something. And, one thing I learned when I first started was the law of diminishing intent. When you get the feeling to do something, you must do it in that moment, because the longer you wait, the least likely it is that it's going to happen. And I really took that to heart. I was like, like, if this is what I feel like I got to do, I need to do it right now. Be that person that comes into the right now mentality. Be the person that says, what, I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till next week. Whatever this means to you, like, I don't know what everyone's got different situations going on. Everyone has things going on in their life. That's the thing. That's what I love about this business. No matter what happens, we're all in this together. We're all here for you. It's just a matter of communication. Different things happen to different people. Everyone's got a story. Everyone's not always what it seems like at face value. You never really know what people's past was. You never really know. That's one thing I really love about, touring to all these different cities, is just really meeting people, getting in the trenches and seeing, where people come from, what different experiences that different people have. It's really a blessing to be able to experience that. And getting into the environment aspect of things, and I really want to share that with you. once I decided to leave my environment, like I was saying, I could have just stayed at home. I had no bills. I had a little bit of my savings. I was P600. I was making a little bit of money trading. I could have just said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just stay at home, save up my money, play it safe, and then by the end of the year, I'll be in a pretty good spot. But I decided to move differently. I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to get uncomfortable because the only way to grow is to get out of your comfort zone. Like, you got to stop being comfortable, regardless if you think you can do it right now or not. Like, I promise you, your goal is not big enough if you know how to do it. Like, your goal is not big enough if you know how to do it right now. And I started setting big goals. You know, when I really went to that Vegas event, that really changed my perspective on everything. Really, you know, I was literally me and Brett and BG, you know, just a couple other guys on the team. If you guys know them, we literally just decided to go on a trip. We said, you know what, we're leaving our homes. We don't know where we're going. We just know that we're going west. The event's in Vegas. What are we going to do next? I have no idea. And we said, you know what, we're going to figure it out when we get there. And what happens? We go to the event. We take up all the notes, we get all the nuggets, and then Gustavo and Ricky invite us back to their place. And we stayed with them in El Paso for literally 2 weeks. And at that point in time, I was a P1000, and I did not really know what I was doing. Like, I really did not know what I was doing. I needed the mentorship, I needed the help, and I was willing to learn. And, you know, when I left El Paso, it's like everything that I saw Gus and Ricky do, I just decided to be a copycat. Like, to be honest with you, you know, there's not one thing I did that really made it up myself. You know, I'm the person to tell you first and foremost, like, none of the information that I say is mine. None of the things that I do are my ideas. I always steal ideas from other people that are more successful than I am. That's just something that I've always done because, guys, you got to work smarter and not work harder. A lot of times when people get into the business, but like I said, what's holding you back is you're trying to do it on your own. You're trying to do your own. We've all had this time in our business. I've been through it as well. We've all been through it. Like, it gets to a point where you're like, oh, yeah, I think I can do it. You know, everything else I figured out. But, guys, get yourself a mentor and be willing to be mentored. Like, that's something Gustavo says all the time. Like, it's really true. Like, you have to be mentored. Be willing to ask questions. Whether you think you know how to do something or not, that's not the point. You need the right guidance and you need the right instructions. And it's not about always what you have to do, but more so what you have to think. Because once I started to think differently, then I started taking way different actions. And, you know, when I went to that event in Vegas, one of the things I learned that really stuck out to me, they had announced something along the lines of I Am Mastery Academy. Like, that was around the time when they were either hinting at or they renamed the company to I Am Mastery Academy. I'm not sure which one it was, but they started implementing, you know, the words I am. And once I started actually writing down affirmations every day and speaking them every day, once I started looking at my goal every single day, that was the first time I actually started doing that. For my first year in the business, you know, since day one, all the mentorship calls, what do they tell you? They say, write down your goals. They say, think positive. They say, you know, get a mentor. They tell you these things from day one, but guys, to know and to not do is to not to know. Like, if you don't do what you don't know it. Like, at the end of the day. So it's like, don't only take notes, but when you're taking notes, your whole intention of taking notes is thinking of, okay, now what can I do in the next 24 hours? Now, I'm writing this, so let me go ahead and make a plan of action. Like, you're not just taking notes just to take notes. Like, you're wasting your time at that point. If you're not taking notes, like, you're really wasting your time. So, you know, any call, you know, first and foremost, you have to write down the information that you're receiving because you're going to forget probably 80, 90, 95% of the information if you do not write it down. And that's one thing that when I heard my mentor say it over and over and over, and you guys, a lot of times on these calls, you may hear the same things over and over. And if that's the case, that's probably something that's important. That's probably something you should write down. That's probably something you should do because, you know, in this business is one of my favorite businesses and really my favorite business. Like, because think about it like this, like Rose was saying, you have people that are at the top telling you how to get to the top and helping you get there. And in any other business you're in, that's really not the way it works. Like, if you're working at a corporate job, you're working at wherever you're at, a lot of times you were told the information to stay exactly where you are and that's it. But that's what I love about this business. The people that are higher rank, higher income, higher result, they're willing to reach out their hand to you as long as you are willing to go 50-50. You know, and Gus can tell you, and, you know, whoever else is on this call, they can tell you guys, like, we are all willing to help, but, like, I can't want it for you more than you want it for yourself. Like, I literally cannot do the work for you. I can't pick up the phone for you. I can't trade an MT4 for you. You have to take the actions. I'll give you the right guidance. I'll give you the mentorship. I'll do whatever I can do to help you. But listen, guys, time is valuable. Do not waste your own time. Respect your time. And don't be afraid to get uncomfortable, guys. If you are in an environment, like, please pay attention to this right now. If you are in an environment right now that does not serve you to be in, I recommend you get out of that environment in the next 48 hours. Like, we don't have time to waste. Like, it may be uncomfortable, maybe you can't afford it, maybe you're, whatever the case may be, you guys, but I promise you, your energy that you're going to be able to maintain on a consistent basis when you have no negative energy and no distractions. It doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter if you got to stay on someone's floor, you got to stay on someone's couch. Like, get to it. Like, whatever you got to do, you got to get to it. Like, you can't keep hanging around the same people. You can't keep hanging around the people that are broke and want to just waste money. They want to go, let's go out and spend money at the club. Let's go ahead and come over, we'll smoke and watch a movie. Let's go just play video games all day. Let's just waste time, waste money, waste energy. Guys, why are you here on this earth? Why are you here on this call right now? Before you hop on this call, before you even join this business, there's a reason why you did it. So, like, think about it right now. While you have your pen and paper, it's like, okay, why am I in this business? And if your goal right now, like, write down your goals. If you're not clear in your goals, I'm not saying write down right this second, but when this call is over, you need to take the time to do that, because if you're not clear on your goals and your intentions, your energy is not going anywhere specifically. Therefore, you're not going to get any result. So it's like, a lot of times people think, you know what? I don't need to write down my goals. I'm just going to do a million calls. I'm just going to take the signals. I don't really got to focus. It'll just happen. Guys, that's not how it works. That's literally not how it works. You need to focus. Everything you do has an intention behind it. Everything you do is getting you closer to your goals. If you don't have a goal, if you don't have a focus, if you're not focusing on something, you're never going to get anything. You're literally never going to achieve anything in your life if you're not focused on what you want. Because what's happening in your life physically right now is a manifestation of your thoughts. So if you don't have a dominant thought and vibration, you're not getting anything specific. But guys, you can use that to your advantage right now. Like, whatever you want the most, you need to write it down the most. You need to speak it the most. And last year, when I was going from that, it was P1000 to Chairman 10 in a matter of like 7 or 8 months. Like, it was in a short period of time. It was obsession. It was absolute obsession. Just as you see, Kyle Prasad's on this. I don't know if he's on this call, but he's really about to smack Chairman 10 right now. Like, literally, and he can tell you, literally, it comes from an obsession, an obsessive way of thinking. I promise you right now, Gustavo doesn't think anything other than Chairman 50 and getting people on his team to chairman. Like, that's the only thing he can think right now. It's not even his choice at this point anymore. It's just unconsciously competent. The thoughts are coming in, and that's the point and level of thinking you have to get to. It has to get to the point where if you're sitting there on the couch to yourself, by default, without you even trying, you're automatically thinking your goal. You're thinking, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm, whatever it is, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm Chairman 10. And you're just saying it in your head without even trying. And the only way you can do that is through repetition, over and over and over and over. You have to think about what you want more than you think about anything else. And if you don't know what you want, stop. I promise you guys, stop doing the action. Get clear on your goals. It takes 10 minutes, literally. Get clear on what you want right now, and then go ham. Like, you can go ham once you know why you're doing it. A lot of times we don't take action because we don't know why. We're not clear enough on why. Once you know what you want, why you want it, then the actions become clear. They become easy. And it's not something that's difficult to do. It's so easy to be consistent when you know why you're doing something. You should know why you do everything in your life. Really clarify everything in your mind, everything in your heart. Why am I doing this? Why do you even want to be a Chairman 10? Like, think about it like that. Is it the income? Is it the impact? Is it both? Is it what the income can do? Is it the ripple effect of the impact on the people? Like, think really deeply with me right now. Like, why do you want to get to the next level? What is that going to do for you? What is that going to do for your family? What is that going to do for the people around you? And do it it's not for yourself, guys. You're going to be the one that does it, but it's not for you. Like, it's not for you. You're just doing your part. You're just doing your part. Once you take the focus off yourself and put it on someone else, that's when your business is going to explode. That's when your business is going to explode. Stop worrying about your rank and focus on your team's ranks, okay? And stop focusing on your team so much and focus on getting new people, because here's the thing, guys. When it comes to building the business, the momentum is always with the newest customer. We love our teams. We're always helping our teams. I'm not saying don't help your teams. What I'm saying is, a lot of times, and whatever we're talking about on this call, we're just talking at this point, right? But, like, if we're talking about getting to Chairman 10, we're talking about, like, at some point in time, you got to lead by example. You can't just stick with the team that you have. You got to go out there and get new people. That's just something you're always going to have to do. If Alex Morton, if David Emanite, if Ivan Tapi are still enrolling, who are we at P600, P1K, P2K to think we can stop enrolling at this point in time? Like, it's just part of the business. It's literally just part of the business. But, when it comes down to it, like I was saying before, guys, you have to feel the fear. It's not going to be easy at first.